Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. How are y'all doing today? Happy Ides of March, and we'll talk about that here in just a little bit. But good morning,
Okay.
Laura and Heidi. How are y'all doing today?
Good afternoon. It's afternoon
Yeah.
for us now, so good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon to you too, Daniel. And Ash.
Yeah, he's in the background.
Yeah, yeah. Little prayers for Ash, those of you that don't mind praying. He's got a migraine today, and y'all, those of you that suffer from migraines know what entails with that. So I really have been blessed in my life to never have to experience one. I really have. And now I will admit I've had headaches, but I can normally pop a couple of aspirins and lay down for about 30 minutes and it's gone. So
hmm Yeah,
yeah.
Ash has had this migraine all day, so
Ugh, yeah.
yeah,
And the
you're not
bad thing about
looking.
migraines is that there's really no reason why they come on, is there?
No, he woke up with it. He was sick this morning, but luckily, hopefully, it's starting to go.
Abate a bit.
hmm
Yeah. So I asked Daniel how his week had been, and he said it's been busy, and he didn't even realize that Saturday was Pi Day, and I'm talking about the mathematical pi sign. So
Didn't have a clue.
good
No, I did
morning,
not know
Laura
that.
G.
McDonald's were doing a deal on
What?
you can get 3 pies for £3.14
Oh, were they? I didn't know that.
because it's pie.
I think only us nerdy folks would know about that, especially if you're into math like I am. So yeah, I always used
Well,
to look.
apparently, Friday was International Sleeping Day.
Oh,
Apparently, and I said, "Well, what am I doing at work? Code? I should be sleeping."
yeah. Oh my goodness.
hmm
Yeah, I used to love it when March the 14th would fall, during the week so that we could do such cool things at school. Um, my daughter, being a chemistry teacher, she would always have like crescent rolls and the little foil cups, that you could line your cupcake things with. And she would let the kids make all sorts of quick pies that could be done, within her classroom time. And um, I would have the kids dissect, I'd give them a recipe and tell them, this is an apple pie, but this will only make one, but I want to make 7. So, you know, how are we going to do this? Is it going to change the baking time? And we would make it a whole big project for the week. So, yeah, it was always lots of fun to come up with things to do for March the 14th.
I didn't have a clue.
Good morning, Amy, sweetheart. How are you doing?
Hi, Amy.
Yeah, I always loved it. But there are so many holidays now that are celebrated every day, locally and nationally and internationally. And we're going to talk about some of them here in just a little bit. But I want to know what everyone is working on, what you're sipping on. I already know what Amy's sipping on. And if any of you can come in here on the regular, you know what Amy's sipping on too. Now, she may have her first cup of coffee in hand, but I bet she's already had that and moved on. But what you sipping on? What are you working on? And what's your weather?
It's cold here today.
Oh,
Mm.
well, we're projected to be in the 80s all week. Good morning, Starboy the Night. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Let's see. I think that's still set. Want to make sure.
Hey, Lee.
Good morning, Lee. How are you? Excuse me. Well, our weather is very cloudy. The sun keeps trying to peek out, but the clouds keep covering it up. Amy says, yep, you're right. I'm on my coffee right now, but also have my water nearby. I slept in today. It's snowy here in Minnesota. Oh, goodness. Heidi says that she's sipping on a glass of milk, working on a Tunisian bag, and have horrible winter weather going on out there. So I'm staying in my PJs and inside today. I don't blame you. I truly don't.
Mm-hmm. Don't like snow. Luckily, we don't get any snow here, so.
Mm-hmm. Well, I love the idea of snow. I love the beauty of snow. Would I like to get out and work in it? No. Would I like to have to shovel my driveway or walkway? No. But I do love the idea of snow.
Love the idea of snow when I can just sit at home and just look at it from my window.
Yep, there you go. That's how I love the snow. Mm-hmm. So Amy's always gracious to post pictures for us. Yeah.
Laura's back to wearing her sunglasses.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, well, here in Texas, it really doesn't matter what the weather is like. Always wearing sunglasses. I'll even wear my sunglasses on a cloudy day because there's just something about the glare or, whatever from just the clouds on the windshield. So good morning, Froggy. How are you feeling today?
Hello.
Oh, you did? Well, that's good, Lee.
Yeah, the sun's been in and out here today.
Mm-hmm.
It was quite nice when I went out and ran my errands earlier today, but it's clouded over a bit now, I think.
Laura says she'd be happy to give you some, Daniel, some snow.
Nah, you can keep it, thanks. Don't want no snow.
Oh, Froggy says she feels like dancing. She wants to dance the night away. Well, that's awesome. What makes you feel like dancing? Or is it because you heard the song?
Ash, can you pop the heating on while you're there? I'm freezing.
Uh-oh. Well, I wanted to share with y'all some of the holidays that are going around today so that you can enjoy it just a little bit. So if you'll keep up with what's going on in the chat.
She said she's just in a happy mood today.
Oh, awesome. Well, I probably knew this when I was still in, teaching in school, but you know how it is when you don't use it, you lose it, so to speak. But most notably today, one of the holidays is the Ides of March. It's, I hate to say it this way, but it celebrates the day that Julius Caesar's Senate or council, his, generals around him killed him. So in 44 BC. It's also National Shoe Day. Isn't that cool? So it's dedicated to providing shoes to those in need.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. I was like, what?
What?
What's National Shoe Day? I don't get it. But yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get it either. Yeah. Et brute. That's right, Froggy.
It is Mother's Day in the UK today, Lee. So to all you
I know. That is so awesome. Of course, we celebrate Mother's Day in May, and then we celebrate Father's Day in June. But I know y'all's was off a little bit. I just couldn't remember if it was before us or after us. Do y'all have a Father's Day?
We do, but I don't know when it is. Give me a second. I'll find out.
Okay. Do y'all also have a Grandparents' Day?
21st of June is Father's Day.
So y'all are pretty close in line with us because Mother's Day for us is the second Sunday in May. So, of course, the date's going to change. And Father's Day is the third Sunday in June.
I mean, Grandparents' Day is in October, Ash.
I
4th
think
of
ours,
October, Grandparents' Day.
I know ours is in the fall, and I always thought it was in September, but it might be October as well. That one might be one that's celebrated internationally.
The
But yeah,
first Sunday of October.
first Sunday of October. Okay. I bet that's right for us as well. Okay. This is also World Contact Day, a day for attempting to contact the extraterrestrial life, often via meditation or media.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. Ash was just like waving at me like, hi.
Now, these are some fun and quirky days. Everything you think is wrong day. It's a day to embrace humility and challenge assumptions. Now, this is one that we probably would celebrate a little bit earlier, but I will tell you that when we start seeing the buzzards here in Texas, it's another sign for spring. So today is officially Buzzards Day, but it's really supposed to be celebrated in Hinckley, Ohio, because it celebrates the return of the turkey vultures there.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh, and this is one that I love. These are weekly and monthly observations. It's National Bubble Week. Wouldn't that be fun just to have bubbles and just pull them out and everywhere you go, like walking downtown and just be blowing bubbles like a little kid? I think that's cool. And you get to do it for a whole week. Laura said 21st is Father's Day. Yes. Of June.
And then the 10th
I know. Yes, they are huge, Froggy. Yep. And do you know that they are protected here in Texas? You can't shoot them. Yeah. I remember Wayne had taken his son out to, sight their guns in and everything, getting ready for deer season and that kind of thing. Or maybe it was dove. I can't remember. But anyhow, he comes walking in the door and he says, Maureen, guess what I shot? And I was like, what did you shoot? And he said, I shot a buzzard. And I said, you shot what? I mean, and I knew it's illegal for you to shoot him. And he said, yeah. And I said, that's illegal. You can't shoot those things. And he said, well, Daddy told me to do it. Wayne told him to do it. Did not expect him to shoot it, honestly. Oh. What?
Especially in flight.
Oh, yeah, especially in flight, Wayne said. He really did not expect him to hit it, but boy, he sure did. Oh, my goodness, Froggy. She said one landed on her porch just feet from me. It was close to 4 foot tall. Yeah, them things are huge. Until you come up on them, I mean, you really have no idea how big they are. And you certainly don't want to hit one with your vehicle. I don't care if it's a truck, a little car, whatever. I mean, they can do some serious damage because they are all, I mean, for a bird, you wouldn't think that they would, Lacey, you wouldn't think that they would be that solid. But yeah, they are.
Lacey's having her word on this conversation too.
Well, her daddy just went out the door and he didn't take her with him. Yeah, he's running to town and he's left her here with me the last couple of trips. And so she has not been happy. Yeah, she's not been happy. It's okay. In a few minutes, she's going to pout and plop herself right in his recliner. No, you don't. Not unless you get up close and personal with them, Froggy. Okay, so the weekly ones, we talked about the bubbles. It's also National Poison Prevention Week. This is the one I like, and especially since this is my birthday week, it's American Chocolate Week. So, yeah, I dropped that hint to Wayne, and I said, that means I get a Hershey bar for every day this week. So, of course, I'll be a little over them after the first one, but I told him I can always throw them in the freezer.
Nothing wrong with that.
Okay. So Froggy's sharing with us her weather in Christiansburg. It's cloudy with a temperature of 54. The wind's blowing from the east at 7 miles per hour. And the current humidity is 61%. Hello, Erica. How are you doing today? Thank you for joining us for a little chit chat.
Hey, Erica.
Yeah,
she does, Laura.
Yeah, she did, didn't she? But she wasn't putting in her 2 cents worth on our conversation. She was just letting her daddy know that, he's gone out too many times and not taking her with him. Oh, let's see what Daniel's weather is.
There we go.
I'm going to let you read that.
In Bognor Regis, it's showers with the temperature of 50 Fahrenheit, 10 Celsius. Wind is blowing from the south-southwest at 23 miles an hour. Current humidity is 86 miles an hour. 86%, sorry.
I was going to say, now we've got some strong winds blowing in around here. I wasn't expecting that this morning.
Mm-hmm.
See what my weather is. Always like to see how close it is to what I've got over here on my little weather icon. In Dayton, Texas, cloudy with a temperature of 75, so we're 2 degrees different. The wind is blowing from the south, at 15 miles per hour, and we have 70% humidity, and that is absolutely correct. Where Laura Block Ministry lives in Oshawa, Canada, mostly cloudy, wind with a temperature of 31. Oh, mercy. The wind's blowing from the east at 22 miles per hour. She's got some strong winds, and humidity is 81%. Well, let's see if Amy beats you. Amy, drop your zip, and let's see if you're as cold or colder than Laura this morning. Normally, she's the one that knocks us all out of the water. Let's see what Laura D's weather is.
I think there was 2. So Princeton is -3, 27 Fahrenheit. Wind blowing from the north at 20 miles an hour, and the current humidity is 92%.
And in Virginia Beach, the conditions are mostly cloudy. Come back up here. With a temperature of 62 degrees, the wind's blowing from the east-southeast at 18. Boy, we all seem to have a little bit of wind going on, and 50% humidity. Heidi's weather in, I'm not going to butcher that, Heidi. I never remember how to say it right.
Fond du Lac?
I think so. Light snow. Oh, good. Yeah, you do have snow, don't you? You were telling us that, with a temperature of 32. The wind's blowing from the northeast at 16. See, everybody's got some wind today. And the current humidity is 89%. Yeah, our clouds are scooting pretty good across the sky out there. What, you think you come sit on my foot? I'm not going to go anywhere? Yeah, just go ahead and plop that 100-pound body on my foot. That's okay.
Look at me all you want. There's nothing there yet.
Yes, I think so. Amy's in Princeton. Let's see. In Halifax, that's where Laura Block Ministry is. Okay, I forgot. Minnesota, that's right. For Laura Block, conditions are cloudy with a temperature of 35. The wind's blowing from the northwest at 6 miles per hour. Well, looky there. And she has 65% humidity. Yeah, normally Amy has the coldest temperature. It still has snow. seeing that pop up about Twisted Fiber Friends. Those of you that are still here, I want to remind you that we will be over at Sam's Yarn Basket this afternoon. That'll be 4 o'clock Eastern, 3 o'clock Central, 2 o'clock Mountain, 1 o'clock Pacific. And she has a wonderful tutorial for us. Man, I am so excited for y'all to see that. All right, Erica's weather in Calipuro? Where is that? Conditions are partly cloudy with a temperature of 77 degrees. Oh, man, you're right up there with me. The wind is blowing from the northwest at 1 mile per hour, but you have 95% humidity. Goodness, is it raining? Oh, Heidi, you are. You're under a winter storm advisory until Monday evening.
Oh, she's in Peru.
Okay. But she has showers with 90% humidity. Temperature of 33. Boy, that might be close to sleet. The wind is blowing from the north-northwest. Look at that, 28 miles per hour. Oh, it started last night. Goodness. Yeah, it's hard for me to imagine still having winter storm warnings, when I sit here in Texas and it's 70 degrees. Supposed to be snowing, yeah. We're going to get up into the low to mid 80s this week, or that's what they're predicting for the highs anyway. And the lows are only going to get down to like about 62, 65. Laura said for the past 2 days she's had snow. See, that it's just amazing. The temperature variance, the weather variance. I know. It is getting to be that time of year where one day you can have snow and the next day be in the 70s.
Oh, so you need to move your leg, mate.
So what's everyone working on? I'm working on an amigurumi kitty cat at the moment. Haven't done the ears, or it's got the cutest little nose patch. Oh my goodness, I haven't seen one like this, and so I'm so excited to get that done. I have the arms already made and attached. The tail is made, and I'm working on one little foot. So I'm happy about that. I did finish up my large dog blanket, and I've started another one. I'm not working on it at the moment. My thumb got a little sore yesterday, or let's see, yesterday was Friday when I was finishing it up. So kind of took just a little bit of a break. And it's from working with the larger yarn. It's not from over crocheting or anything. That's the reason. One reason why I don't work with anything much above a 5, and this was a 6-weight yarn. So Heidi says we have been getting rain, snow, and sleet. Was just sleeting with thunder and lightning. Oh goodness. Yeah, last week we had a pretty good storm come through on Wednesday. Lots of wind. And then Thursday turned out to be much cooler than anyone expected. Excuse me. Yep, there goes the wind again. Mercy.
We've actually been getting sun lately, which is nice.
Some rain?
Sun.
Oh, sun. Okay.
Mm.
Amy says, I'm going to start putting some sections together for a Warm Up America blanket. Oh, well, now you know what I'm going to say. You need to be sure and send us some pictures of your progress, because I love showing off what y'all are doing on Thursdays. Yep, I I was really pleased with this blanket that I finished up with. I did go ahead and do 2 skeins, and it came out pretty nice size. So I think that would be big enough for even for Lacey to lay on or to snuggle up with, you know. I was first going to, you know, let her test it out to see if it would be big enough for a dog like her, but then I was afraid she would want to claim it. And she's got enough blankets as it is, let me tell you. But anyway. Amy says, I was at a craft event yesterday, sold a lot of my Ammies. Oh my goodness. It was fun to visit and watch the, oh, I know. I love people watching. We went and met with, I think it was on Wednesday. Good morning, Martha. How are you doing, sweetheart?
Good morning.
No, it was Thursdays. No, wait a minute. Yeah, it was Thursday. It was right after my live. We went and met with Wayne's oldest brother because they, you know, they live right here in the area. And we went to lunch with them. And then the guys went golfing. And us girls went, I guess you could say window shopping. Went by Hobby Lobby. And no, I did not buy any yarn because the yarn was not on sale. So, you know, I didn't even go over in the yarn area, but did get to look at all the cute little St. Patty Day decorations they had out. Easter, oh my goodness, Easter is everywhere. And then we went to a couple of other shops, but one I wanted to talk about for just a few minutes is many of you here in the United States know about a store called Five Below. It's kind of like a Dollar Tree, you know, where everything is $5 and below. But just like Dollar Tree, they did have some things in there that were marked like $7, and they were in their own little section. But anyway, ran across, they also were selling cute little amigurumi kits. Now, I didn't buy any simply because Froggy this past week had talked about some little amigurumi kits that she had gotten, and showed where one of the hooks that was supplied in the kit was really, you know, I mean, it was very flexible, and I didn't want to do that. But they had some cute things like little balls. I mean, great for kids, especially that are learning to crochet and want to make little toys. Most of these were in the shape of either a little loaf, you know, like the loaf cats, and then you just put little pieces to them, or a ball, and then you just add some ears and a tail and other small balls. I mean, they were really cute, but I didn't think they were $5 cute. So anyway, but the Oscar Mayer mobile was in a town like 30 minutes from where we were. So we went, we got pictures and everything, but you know, and it was there for this little town always has farmers market on Thursday. And so we, you know, we did a lot of walking through. There was lots of food stuff there. It's too early for there to be any crops, you know, being brought in, but lots of food, lots of vendors selling lotions and apothecary type things, you know. But there were 2 folks there that had craft items. And folks, there was this one little girl. She had an amigurumi booth. And Amy talking about being somewhere and selling some of her stuff. Guys, this obviously was her first time. She had some of the cutest little amigurumis, you know, just the right size for a little one to be able to hold and walk around with and everything. But oh my goodness, I was telling Froggy, she was so underpriced. And I sat there and talked with her, for a little bit. And I mean, most of her little small amigurumi she was selling for like $5 and $6. And it was just such a shame because we all know that she probably had at least that much, if not a little bit more, just in the materials to make it. So, like I said, I sat and visited with her for a little bit, and I gave her a couple of websites to go to help her understand if this is something that she wanted to do so that she could make a little money at it, because I don't know how much even just the booth cost for her to set up there, and how many of those little $5 amigurumi she'd have to sell just to get back her cost on the booth. I got to visit with a little girl about 8 years old that was carrying a crochet chicken. Here she had made it. She was looking at the stuffies to see what I had made. Oh, isn't that cool? And then there was another lady that was selling handcrafted crocheted items, but she finger knits. Oh my goodness, the blankets and the shawls. And she had a couple of, she had more than a couple, but she had a few plushies, that she'd made with the finger knitting. And folks, she had this beautiful, like 2.5 foot doll that she had finger knitted. Oh my goodness. I'm thinking about doing a table and Etsy.
I think doing a table and Etsy are about the same cost. I think it all depends. I think it all depends on the event and the location of the event. Because I know with yarn events that I did, it was very different costs. Very different.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I think it all depends. I know Etsy fees are very high at the moment. They have been for a while. I don't know how high they are, but
yeah. When I was married to my first husband, we did a lot of woodworking, but our stuff was more, like small tables, lamps, chairs, that kind of thing. And we did gear a lot of it to the little people. We made little table and chair sets. We made little nightstands with lamps, built into them, that kind of thing. I did get into making small jewelry pieces for a while. The wooden t-shirt ties, y'all remember those, where you they'd be about maybe 3 inches in diameter, and some of them were bear faces, some of them were flat, most of them were like flowers, and you just pull your t-shirt through it to tighten it up a little bit. That was all the rage. Good morning, little Carrie. How are you doing? Oh, goodness. Froggy says the April event I was invited to do was $100 per table with one chair. Extra for more chairs, cords, lighting, etc.
Yeah, it varies from event to event. I think it all depends how big the event is, how popular the event is, there's a lot of variables for event costs.
Mm-hmm.
Because my ones, I know the one I did in Perth, I paid £400 for my stall.
Wow.
Yeah. I think I did another one. No, I think Perth was the only one I did, wasn't it, Ash?
We're going to do some others that varied in.
I was going to do some others which were slightly cheaper, but they weren't as big and popular.
Right. Yeah, we would set up at the St. Angelo Rodeo, and we would have a couple of sets that could be of everything, we made, that could be picked up and taken right then, but most of it was for orders. Yeah, that is a lot, isn't it, Erica?
It's a lot, but when you think of the amount of people you've got coming in
and
the amount of sales you make, I made triple what I paid to get in.
Oh, wow.
So,
well, then that was well worth it.
Yeah. So there's a lot of variables to whether you've done your research into the event of whether you think it's going to be worth the price or not,
Mm-hmm.
and whether you'll be able to make your costs back from what you're
Right.
selling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do. Location, I'm sure. I remember when my husband did conferences, and many of these conferences you got to set up booths, for your business. And of course, he always had one. He made sure that his booth was always around one of the plastic manufacturers that supplied ground covers and anything that had to do with constructing landfills and hazardous waste sites, because the company he had at the time was a consulting and testing laboratory. So he always made sure that he would there was two companies that he would try to get a booth around, and as soon as the event was posted, he would check to see where their booths were. And yeah, so we always had a lot of foot traffic, which was great.
Yeah, it's very hit and miss, Erica. But this is why I say do your research on the event beforehand so you know how popular they've been previously.
Yeah. I know Little Treasures by Nancy has found a little consignment shop there in Okeechobee, and she has rented out a little space. I call it a consignment shop. I think that's what it is. But anyway, it's like a little mall, and you can purchase or rent a space and put up some of your handmade items or treasures, and she's been doing pretty good there. Of course, she also loves going. There's certain events that she participates in. You didn't want to wait for approval on the items you wanted to sell?
Yeah, well, I don't know if it's the same over there, but over here you need to have a specific insurance to sell crocheted items.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And they need to be assessed and determined of whether they're suitable for selling and they're safe for selling.
Yeah.
So that can take time too.
Yeah. Erica says there's a lot of little town celebration things in the area we just moved to. I will have to attend some and see what kind of booths are there. That's a good idea, Erica. Well, for us, yes, we did have to have insurance. And we also had to get our application in as quickly as possible, because they would only let so many vendors of the same type in. You know what I mean? Like, let's say they had a limit of 5 wood type vendors, and you wanted to get your application in as quickly as possible and make sure you had all your documentation and that kind of thing, have it ready to go if you wanted to be considered for one of those 5 slots.
Well, I needed to have insurance when I did my yarn festivals. They required something like at least £3 million public liability insurance.
Wow.
That covers you if there's an accident at your stall or something goes wrong, or it just covers all your bases. But yeah, they wanted about £3 million public liability.
Holy cow.
That's to even be considered. If you don't have that, they won't consider you.
My word.
So yeah, it's a yeah.
Goodness. Well, this was back in the 80s, and I got to tell you, I do remember that we had to put up like an additional $100 that covered our insurance. But when you stop and think about like San Angelo Rodeo, if everybody paid $100 in quote insurance, then pretty much if there was some kind of accident, it's just like whenever you buy your car insurance, everybody contributes to the pot. Excuse me. I have liability insurance. I was required to have it for my business. Yes, I do too.
I've done a tiny bit of research, but I stopped because I didn't know if it was even worth it. I might look into it some more again over the summer to see what I need to do.
Well, we love doing the one in the spring, and then we would do like starting about August. We had a lot of Christmas items that we did up, and so we would do a lot of the area festivals, as you call it, in August, September, and October. And then there was always one over Thanksgiving weekend there in Abilene that we would attend and do. I don't know if it's still, is there now. So much has changed since COVID. Sorry, I have to keep a little eye out on Tia. She's still, after this last spell that she had, she's sometimes still a little wobbly on her feet. So when I hear her clicking around,
But I will admit, if you guys do get a chance to do an event, do it. They're great fun.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah,
They're really,
even
even if you don't make money, just the experience of it is
good for networking.
it's good for, yeah, and Ash just said it's good for networking too. Gets your name
yeah,
out there.
most definitely that. Because I'm sure y'all do the same thing. I will walk by booths, especially on the first day. If I know I'm going to attend the event, not be a vendor, but to attend it, I will go the first day to see what all is there. And sometimes I'll pick up a card or two, but I'll also make the effort to go back the last day because of several things. One is many vendors don't want to take a lot of their stuff back, so they'll, have a reduction sale. Another is I will definitely go back if some of the vendors stuck in my mind and I want to get a card so I can contact them later, for something, and I'll write on the back of the card what it was that I saw that I liked. So I do that quite a bit.
Like when me and Ash did Perth, we took it in turns to do a walk around.
Yes.
So he would look after the store, I would do a walk around, and then we'd swap after we'd finish. And we came back with quite a bit of stuff.
Right. Well, the other thing is too, you get ideas. That's what I like.
Oh yeah, it does take a lot of time. Yeah. On the run up to Perth, I think I took 2 months to prepare for Perth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the time, that's like the only yarn festival in Scotland.
Yeah, at the time, that was the only yarn festival in our area because all the other ones had kind of disappeared.
Right.
So I took more time out to prepare for it.
Right.
There's a huge flea market here in May. I really want to go to that one and just scope it out. I think it's the most popular around. Yeah, just go and scope it out.
Yeah.
See what it's like.
And talk to some of the vendors. Now, not everyone is going to share with you much information, but there are some that have done, probably that fair for a long time, and they're more than happy to
look up online and look at the vendors from previous years. If you see the same vendors from year to year, you'll know. Know.
Yeah, you'll know that they think it is definitely worth their time and effort to put into it to be there. Yeah, I remember we really did have a lot of fun. And especially, just talking to the people that wanted to stop in and just chit chat with you, whether they bought anything or not. I mean, that was fun in itself. Good morning, Nammy G. How are you doing, sweetheart?
Hey, Nammy G.
It's good to see you here.
It gets your name out there, it's.
Yep.
You got to start off somewhere,
Yeah. And over time, if you decide to do just that one, I do know that for years we would get advance notice, that the applications were going out for the San Angelo Rodeo. And it wasn't because we always made huge sales. It's just because, there was an interest in what we did. And Some events will ask folks, to fill out questionnaires or to go online, while they're there, scan this QR code now and fill out your experience. Did you think there was enough representation? What did you like? What did you not like? Because they want to make sure that their event continues to grow and to attract new business.
Me and Ash got asked to go back to Perth, but we moved, so we couldn't do it.
Right.
But if an event sees potential in their vendors, they will ask you to keep coming back year after year.
Yes, they will. Yes, they most definitely will. So that's something for you to look into, Erica, if that's what you would like to do. And like I said, Little Treasures by Nancy has found herself a little place that allows the local crafters to show off and to sell. Now, I'm sure that they make a little bit of commission off of what she does sell, but that's a nice way of getting your name out there as well.
I remember the first ever event that I did. Now, it was only in my little local yarn shop at the time. It was in Scotland. I knew the yarn shop owner, and they were like, "Oh, come and do a day."
Yeah.
Come and do a day pop-up shop at the shop. And me and I said, "Okay, we'll do it." Now, the sales weren't amazing, were they?
Some, didn't they? And there were people that then came.
But then there were people that saw us at the shop that then came to the yarn festival that we went to and recognized us,
Yeah.
So it's all about getting your name out there. I'm trying to think of the word for it.
Yeah.
There that didn't buy on the day, but then bought online later.
Yeah, but then there was also people that saw us there that then didn't buy there, but then bought online later.
Right.
So don't be disappointed if you don't make anything. If you've got business cards, they might come back to you later.
Yeah. And it doesn't take anything nowadays to even at home, get a few sheets of cardstock and nothing else. Just put your name and phone number on there, email address.
Mm-hmm.
Give them something to walk away with, and they can contact you later.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we had little pins made up, and we had little plastic bags printed. Folks could just come by, pick up a pin and, a little plastic bag to have to pick up goodies as they were walking around. And we got quite a few sales just off of those little plastic bags. I didn't buy anything while we were there, and of course, I have to tell you, this was back before we had internet. So a lot of your contacts and business came from many times word of mouth, and just folks being there at the event.
Yeah. And I know when we went to Perth, we got reached out to by multiple yarn shows. They came up to us and they said, "We want you at our yarn show."
Yeah.
And we even had West Yorkshire Spinners reach out to us.
Oh, wow. Uh-huh.
They reached out to us. Now, obviously, after Perth, we kind of started to wind things down with the business. So we didn't go ahead with any of it. But yeah, you can get a lot of contacts from yarn festivals alone.
Mm-hmm. Lee said, "I got a white lorry model with a trailer." Oh, that's nice. Yeah. I hadn't even thought about, setting up a table or anything like that since my woodworking days. My husband was the big seller. He loved talking to people. I would just kind of sit back and rearrange, and of course I would interact with the folks, but I wasn't the one that stood out there at the end. See, now that's another thing. You have to be a people person. You have to be willing to, as they say, hawk your wares. In other words, sell yourself. You really do. We
What
have
did
a bird trying to get in the back door, driving the cats crazy. Oh my goodness, Froggy.
Erica said, I'm looking at the website and the regular vendor space is only $50 plus $25 for electricity. I'll definitely be researching more to start out doing the one. Exactly, Erica.
Oh yes. Oh my goodness, man. That is, you sell one shawl, one plushie possibly. I mean, you've already made back your money, I would hope. Wouldn't take but just the selling of a couple of items. That's, man, hate to put it this way, but that sounds a really good place to start.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing is too, Erica, if you walk around there and there are other vendors, in the crochet community, so to speak, you can kind of see what it is that they're making and either, I don't want to say copy, but make the same items they are, but your own unique style, or offer something totally different. Like if their booth is all about amigurumis and, you might want to shift gears and do things like, little bath spa sets, doilies, shawls, hats, because those things sell all year round. I guarantee you.
And go into these events, you can see what stalls are busy.
Yes.
Look at what stalls are busy, and then you go to that stall, you see what that stall's selling, then you know where to go going forward.
Mm-hmm. And I tell you what, if you like making amigurumis, grandmas like me love picking up anything that is a very cute handmade item for them grandbabies. I still pick them up for my 18 to 20-year-old. Okay, Lee, I'll look at it in a little bit.
Yeah, I do too, Erica. I'm nearly 30 and I love an amigurumi. Absolutely love it.
There you go, Erica. I'll tell you what's really popular right now, and it's anything that littles can carry around in their hand. You know what I mean? And it doesn't have to be big rabbits and teddy bears and that kind of stuff. Just something little that they can carry around in their hand. Yeah, that seems to be a big seller right now. There you go.
There you go.
Oh, you did. Making a tiny rabbit. Yeah. The little knotted loveys are very popular right now. The ones where you can make like cute big heads and then the rest of the body is just all floppy and stuff. Boy, do I know all about vendors for sure in running the Yarny Social. I agreed with what you said earlier, Maureen, with asking what worked and what didn't. Yeah. Well, because if you want that event to be successful, and I mean, I know you know this, little Carrie, you do want to see what did people enjoy and what, just, it was okay. Heidi said, Nigel is 1.5 years old and he loves the little amigurumi balls. Yes, exactly. And they are safe for him to throw. That's exactly right. There you go. Yes, the one that we will be doing this evening, this afternoon on TFF would definitely be a great item to make and sell at craft fairs. And we all love excuse me. We all love small gift items like 3 or 4 wash rags that are tied together with a pretty little bow, or shown how you can display it in a basket with some bath bombs or lotion or anything like that. They make great hostess gifts. They make great little birthday teacher gifts. And it doesn't take you any time to whip them out and then to display them. Good morning, Oslo. Look at that cute little head sitting there on your shoulder. Hello, sweet boy. I got to make it big for a minute. Hey, Oslo. Look at you all curled up there on Daddy's shoulder.
You're very lovable today, aren't you? You're very cuddly.
But that's what King Charles are known for, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Love your snuggles.
How old is he getting to be now?
He'll be 10 in April.
Oh, my goodness.
Mm-hmm. Won't you?
Yeah, Lacey will be 4. Yep, the perfect little gentleman.
He is. Aren't you? Yes.
Yeah, he is.
Everyone's saying hello. Everyone's saying hello.
Sweet, sweet boy.
Oh. Okay. Bye then.
I'm surprised he's not up in bed with Ash.
No, I'm surprised too, to be honest. But then he loves me more, so.
Oh, really? Oh, you did? Well, that's awesome. You know, I was talking to my youngest grandson the other day, and yeah, he got his own phone and phone plan and everything. I tell you what, he just thinks he is hot stuff.
It is Martha. It's Mother's Day here today.
And I did check to see if he had spoken to his mama, and he said yes.
My mum just tried calling me. She's obviously got the flowers I sent her, so.
Oh, you sweet boy. That's awesome. Well, I do want to remind you once again that Twisted Fiber Friends this afternoon will be at Sam's Yarn Basket House, 4 o'clock Eastern, 3 o'clock Central, 2 o'clock Mountain, and 1 o'clock Pacific. What time is that over there in the UK?
So our clocks haven't changed now, so I'm thinking it's going to 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock? Okay.
8 p.m.
8. Yes, he is, isn't he, Martha? I hope my son sends me flowers when he grows up. You're so sweet. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He loves his mama.
Mm-hmm.
As I said, it's going to be an awesome tutorial, folks. There are so many things that you can do with this, and we'll talk about that then. But I do want to say thank you to each and every one of you that have taken just a little bit of time out of your day today, whether it's morning, afternoon, or evening, to spend some time with us. Remember, here in America, it's American Chocolate Week, so get out there and at least have one Hershey bar or whatever your favorite chocolate is. Don't forget on Thursdays on My Crochet Story, I love showing off your progress, any UFOs that you've been able to finish, maybe even something that you've just now started. Take a picture of it, post it on my Facebook group, and we'll be happy to share what it is that you are creating, because, you know, we all get inspired when we share what we're doing. So, Daniel, if you'd like to start us off.
Bye. No, I really need to sit down and think of something to say at the end of a live, because I'm rubbish at this.
Let me remind each and every one of you once again to be the light out there in the darkness for someone today, because you never know. Could be your special light they need to see. Yours is unique. Let it shine. If you're catching me on the back end, be sure to leave me a little heart or a hand wave to let me know that you stopped in. So until next time, hopefully at TFF, remember, we love you guys. Bye.
Bye, everyone.